big one first. Let's just
let's
talk
yeah,
about
the Nexus. This is going to be a huge one. Gerry Thompson, the day of Players Championship,
Worlds
Championship. Sorry. Anyway, the day of, he posts on Reddit that he is boycotting it and he cites in the Reddit article that he wants players to be paid better, and he just wants overall communication from Wotc to the pros to be better. This is a huge talking point. I talked a bunch in a lot of just different groups on Facebook, and I talked, of course, with you guys. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so I spent the entire morning on Twitter on Saturday or on Friday,
same.
whatever day it was. I was up in it. There was a lot of support, Gerry. And first of all, I'm a Patreon game podcast. I've been a Patreon for quite a while. I love the content they do.
Yeah,
if you don't already listen, go listen to the game podcast. It is so good. Gerry Thompson,
a very good podcast.
yes, Gerry Thompson comes in and says, "I don't want to support this if we don't have change in the community from what Wizards is doing." Yeah, I totally agree. Why are we, like, he states a whole bunch of things. He says, like, Silver Showcase, why was that such an atrocity? That was so stupid.
The fact that the highest EV tournament of the year was given to people who either rarely play still or people that literally didn't make their money, per se, make their fame in Magic was bad optics. I see what they were trying to do, but you tried, Boo-Boo. You tried.
I think everyone saw what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And we were just like, why couldn't you do this literally any other way?
Just a normal tournament. Invite Amaz to a Pro Tour. Like, I was fine with that, but not the highest, literally the highest EV tournament of the entire year.
If he was one of the people to open a Mox or something, who would have been like, oh, I played Hearthstone for the last 3 years straight, and I got a $20,000 Mox jet because Magic doesn't know how to market. Good job, Wizards of the Coast. Yep. It's just like nuts. And the whole communication thing is ridiculous. However, I don't remember who I saw tweet this, but somebody tweeted that you had to RSVP or get special passes for getting into the venue for Worlds. Girlfriend and mom.
Ben Stark. It was actually Ben Stark. Yeah.
Weren't let in. Someone else, he showed up and the security guard was like, "What are you here for?" He's like, "This event," and he goes, "No." Like, he was literally in the event and was not allowed in.
Evan, what are your thoughts, man?
I'm conflicted. I support absolutely what Gerry did. He is doing what he believes in a respectful way. Like, he's not hindering anybody else's livelihood.
Evan, you're tatering a bunch.
Wait, am I back?
You're good, I think.
All I'm saying is I support Gerry doing what he felt best. Like, he didn't do anything that was going to hurt anybody else's tournament. Like, he didn't affect anyone else's livelihoods. Like,
yeah, right. Me and Kyle are both like, I'm so split on this. Do I agree that the pros should be paid a living wage? Yes. However, what is that? And what are his steps from here? Is he literally just going to boycott every pro tour until they resolve the issue? Because, if you really stand for that, that's probably what you would do, right?
It's probably going to depend on other people in the community. Like, if it's just Gerry, and Jerry's like, well, I'm never going to play in a pro event, then Wizards can safely ignore it and just be like, okay.
That's a very good point. One thing that came up in one of my group chats, and actually Carusa's actually in the Twitch chat tonight. What if every single pro tour that you go to, you got paid $20 an hour, which is a very livable wage, and that's it. There was no actual price structure other than that. And that's it. There's no other prizes. I was like...
So $20 an hour?
$20 an hour at every single pro tour, but there's no other prizes.
There's ways you can incentivize it. Like, you give them a wage, but you can still make a point system and things like that. Oh,
sure. You'd still get your pro points and everything. Winning. Yeah, you'd still get your pro points, but in terms of actual cash that you can spend on actual things, you just get paid $20 an hour. Definitely takes out the competitive edge, I think, the competitiveness that we all like to see at pro tournaments.
I don't know, but I think you also get people, you'll get to see more consistent players because, players won't drop from tournaments even if they're doing poorly.
Sure.
Because you're going to still be getting an hourly pay.
That is definitely something to keep in mind too. Yes, Wizards' communication is pretty terrible, as definitely stated.
Oh, it's god awful.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone disagrees with that. I don't think Wizards disagree with that.
So it's just an interesting topic. I do agree with Gerry. You know, I respect the hell out of him for his stance that he's taking. To your point that you said it didn't affect anyone's tournament, Kyle, do you want to talk about what actually happened with the whole someone getting a bye?
I mean,
yes.
Just before, real quick, all I want to say is this is how Wizards chose to handle it. That's not...
Sure, it wasn't Gerry's doing.
Based on...
It wasn't Gerry's doing. It was more of Wizards handling the situation poorly.
Right. Anyway,
so like,
go ahead, Kyle.
So yeah, so like Gerry was supposed to be on the feature table with the drafting, and they switched Mike Segrist from being on a different table to being on that one.
Yeah.
And that just messes up so many dynamics of the game. Like, what does it do to the game ethically? Why did they choose that person? Why did they put it on the future table? Why don't they just suck it up and have a conversation about it?
Yeah.
It was just like they could have taken it a different direction, but they kind of just covered it up.
Well, they had Rich Hagan make a statement. I just interpreted the statement as a non-statement. Like,
yeah. And I think a lot of the community did.
Like, here's the problem. Like, regardless of the statement, it's what they did to the community. Gerry makes his announcement, and like naturally it's going to be a big topic in Magic channels.
Yeah.
They started removing Gerry's name
I heard about that
from Twitch. That's insane.
So
that's like the freedom of speech. Like that's like an actual like out of gaming issue.
I don't know. It's their platform though, Evan. Like they can. That's like not.
Twitch is a public domain.
Like they were just removing any mention of Gerry's name and.
Brian Gottlieb.
Yeah, he tweeted that they were literally removing anyone that mentioned Gerry, like literally every single one. I read his Twitter post feed, and apparently that wasn't his tweet wasn't 100% true. And then again today, I did notice that people were messaging on the Twitch chat that Gerry's name quite often actually, and they weren't deleting it, so maybe that's just like some reverse good PR that they tried to generate. Either way, the optics of the situation is terrible. You never want to see one of your best, I mean, he's one of the best dudes. Not in terms of like, yes, he's a great Magic player, but like person. He's a great person. He donated his deck, his sleeves, all of his trophy from the Pro Tour that he won to charity. Like, he's just a genuine dude. So to have one of your most well-respected and best people in your game just take a stance like this against your company, it says something, I think. If it was like a player less respected and kind of known as being like maybe a shitlord or something, maybe people wouldn't take it so seriously. But because it's Gerry, I think it's something. I think they're going to eventually have to address the pay issue, whether you agree with it or not.
I think it'll come down to how the community reacts behind him.
So Donovan, good point. Trading tournament integrity for PR. 100%. I agree with that. Keep this in context. Magic is not Fortnite, okay? They can't pay these people millions. At least not in my life, I don't think. Until we start getting that Coca-Cola money, I don't think we'll ever be getting paid millions.
Like, until they need to figure out something to do online. Until you're into that market competitively.
Real quick, I found the tweet where they messaged that they sent out about Gerry. It says, this weekend we're crowning the 2017-18 Pro Tour Series champion and the world champion. Early this morning, Gerry Thompson announced his intention to not participate in the Magic the Gathering World Championship. We wish this weren't the case, but we respect his desire to make his voice heard. Like, I think that statement right there is, they could have worded that a lot better.
Yeah, it just kind of sounds like they're going to shove it under the rug and forget about it. That's the way I hear it, at least.
Pretty much.
So they say, we respect his desire to make his voice heard. They just said, we respect him making a statement. That's all they said. They said, we acknowledge that he said something. That's all they said. All right, and then the second paragraph. Pro player consultants, which are, it's kind of like the MLB PA, the Players Association, is kind of like what this is.
Okay.
They say the pro players consultants are working directly with us to shape and mold the pro club. 2 additional pro tours a year raises the overall prize pool, and commentators like Paul Cheon and Simon Gertzen are seasoned pros who provide engaged commentary.
So,
like, I think Paul Cheon is fantastic. Palcheon's great.
Riley Knight is insane. Literally my favorite.
Riley Knight is gas. Yeah, Riley Knight and Palcheon are both gas. And like anytime LSV's up there, I love LSV.
And he can articulate what's happening so well.
Very well.
And then the last sentence I have here is, there's still room to grow, and this is going to be a big year as we continue to improve Pro Magic in 2019 and beyond.
So here's one thing about that, though. They are raising the overall prize pool, but they're adding 2 Pro Tours. So there's... Evan, you just spoke on something about going into a more e-sport, getting it online kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that brings us, again, Gerry, I respect the hell out of you. I think I speak for all 3 of us. We respect you, dude. It took a lot to do what he did.
And I mean, we didn't even touch on the loss of money.
He could have won $100,000. He could have won $100,000. He's just like, I believe in this. So.
And if you connect it to something like where people take stands in sports and stuff, they lose sponsorships. That's money.
Yeah.
So Gerry took a stand. Yeah. He's fantastic, and I support him. Brian Gottlieb, and
be really interested to see how the rest of the community reacts to this in the next coming couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Evan, what's going on with Arena and some pretty cool changes coming to Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, Arena at midnight tonight.
Yeah,
It's shut down until Thursday.
Yep.
They're taking it out of the closed beta.
Yep.
So everything's getting wiped. All your accounts, like if you got decks on there, export those lists now before they shut it down. And then on the 27th, they're going to bring it up as an open beta.
Yeah.
So everyone who hasn't tried it yet, you're going to get that chance to.
I'm so sick. I'm so stoked.
In addition to that, I believe Guilds of Ravnica will be active.
Yeah.
On Thursday when it launches.
So that's the thing, is there are already some streamers that already have access to it. Saffron Olive tweeted out a picture, like a screenshot of it. Boy, it looks good. They have a new Guilds of Ravnica battlefield. Whew,
yeah.
It looks hot. It looks very good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I was going to say, what are they going to be doing to connect Paper Magic to Arena?
The guild set in the guild packs for Guilds of Ravnica, there will be a redeemable QR code that you get inside of Arena. The ones you can buy that have like the Deathrite Shaman and the Old Niv Mizzet and all those. So that's very cool. So that's something that we touched on actually way back in episode 1, I think it was, when we talked about Arena, was there has to be some way that more competitive players can kind of like grind at. This gives the spikes a reason to maybe buy packs and like transfer that into in-game packs.
Yeah, if they were to do that and then you get a pack inside the pack for online, that'd be sweet. Even if it was like, if you buy a booster pack, you get free rare online.
If you get a mythic wild card, like that's perfect. Playing all the FNMs.
Get a mythic wild.
Mudkip brings up a good question about if they're gonna start pushing older formats. That's something we've talked about a little bit and some speculated on. But
I don't think it's gonna happen personally.
I think it's going to have to happen if they want to be competitive online, but hasn't given that information out to anybody.
Yeah.
And I think as of now, we're kind of just focusing on the standard rotation.
Yeah, Kyle, you touched on that also in that first episode where you were like, yeah, if you want competitive players to play this, you're going to have to get the older formats in there. So, to that point, I definitely think it's a smart idea. I am a firm believer that they are going to create a new format and start it. Wherever they extend Arena to, that's where they'll start the new format. Morrow has already spoken on, it's not an if, it's a when there's going to be a new format.
Well, and one thing I want to say is there's a rumor going around they are going to try to move one of the new Pro Tours, not this season, but 2020, to an online format. Whether it is Arena or Moto hasn't really been specified.
I think that
I would 100% think it would be Arena.
Yeah, it's going to be Arena. And I 100% think that's eventually going to happen. It makes sense. They want to be an esport.
Well, also think about this. Like, how much money does that cut out? You don't have to pay for a venue. You don't have to pay for all the flights, the hotels. You don't have to pay for like the judges. You don't have to pay for any of the free shit they get. Like the deck boxes, the tokens, the shirts. Like you don't have to pay for that stuff if you don't want to. If it's going to be all online.
Yeah, that is definitely an aspect of this game that not everybody thinks about. But of course, Wizards is always thinking about the bottom line, which kind of leads us actually a good segue into our next topic, which is Wizards of the Coast announced Friday that they are going to be selling directly to Amazon, Walmart, and Target. This is like one of those cases where there's two sides to this coin.
And remember, they stopped shipping direct LGSs. So they made it so every LGS has to go through a distributor. Stores can no longer go Wizards direct.
Here's what I see on this. On the one hand, it does help players in areas that don't have LGSs big time, because you can just walk into a Walmart and boom, there's a slew of Magic cards. Also, in places like South America that don't have a lot of LGSs, which in South America there are a ton of Magic players that just get straight disrespected, especially Brazil, how their customs handle booster boxes. They actually open them, so you no longer have that wizard sealed cellophane, which is actually very important to prove that your packs are real. Yes, Brazil's customs will open it and then reseal it in a different cellophane.
Crazy.
So it's very sketchy ordering boxes if you're from there, because it could be fakes or they could be repacks or whatever. So from that aspect of this is great for people who don't have readily access to LGSs. Now, us in St. Louis, there is just overabundant amount of LGSs.
That's fair.
Maybe a few too many.
Well, we'll see. Sink or swim time, it looks like. What do you guys think? Is this going to hurt or help?
I think it's going to piss off your LGSs.
I think that it's going to be neutral.
I tend to agree with you, Kyle. Here's why. If I walk into a Walmart or a Target at 10:30, 11 at night and say, oh, pack of Magic cards, I'm going to buy those. That's not taking away any money from my LGS. I'm not going to buy that pack from them anyways, right? And grandmas and grandpas and moms and dads don't go to LGSs. They go to Walmarts and buy their holiday shopping or whatever. Unless you have a very well-informed gift buyer, they're going to just go to a Walmart or a Target or Amazon.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I agree.
That's a fair point.
It's better for the casual crowd, and also, like you said, the crowds that don't have LGSs. For people like myself and yourself and Evan and people that know that we go to LGSs, most of the time buy our cards from our LGSs. Like my first pack I ever bought of Magic was from Walmart or Target. I think it was Target. Yeah. But I've never bought a thing from Target before.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people get into the game, is they're into comic books or D&D, and like their grandparents or parents say, oh, this seems like a cool game, and pick up a couple packs from a Walmart or a Target. And I think it's going to be kind of just more or less indifferent to the LGSs at the end of the day.
I agree.
I hope so.
So one thing with this announcement tagged in at the very bottom of the article, you can go read it on Wizards Mothership. They are going to allow Worlds of Ravnica Mythic set box to be sold at select GPs through Channel Fireball. Ooh. Yeah, through Channel Fireball.
I think that's a little bit suspicious. I'm not a fan of this. So why does Channel Fireball get the exclusive rights to this? That's
a good point.
I mean, that's just the point.
I didn't even think about that.
It's supposed to be a Hasbro only product. Like Hasbro through us, that's the only way you get it. That's it. And then now they're saying, oh, at a couple GPs you can buy it through Channel Fireball. Yeah. What's going on here? Is Channel Fireball just Wizards of the Coast in a retail setting now?
I mean,
like
pretty much.
They have a monopoly literally on GPs, which GPs are like what, $80 or something? Like,
yeah, I mean they're expensive. It just seems like Wizards and Channel Fireball are just getting like closer and closer and closer and closer.
It's like the same company almost.
I don't know. It's like Wizards of the Coast has Channel Fireball becoming their media outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
It's definitely an interesting talking point, and like one that I'm sure if more news comes upon, we'll definitely talk about it.
Well, flip side of this coin though is people going to those GPs are going to be able to pre-order them, and that's the thing too, is they have to pre-order them.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's good that we'll be able to buy them in person at GPs, but if you're not going to one of those GPs, you're still kind of screwed. But
to be fair, what's the difference between buying one and picking it up at a GP and ordering it online? If you're going to spend $250, I think you're going to do it either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
It's not like a $20 impulse buy. That's a $250 investment.
Danny Trejo was in an MTG Arena advertisement over the weekend, and it blew up on Twitter.
I think
was great.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, Gigantosaurus is like sweet now. It's like trending on Twitter and stuff. we have gone mainstream, boys. We did it. Let's go.
I think it was a great marketing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Stunt.
Great.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was just like very well done.
He's there with Day9, who's a very, very popular streamer, and he's just like, you gotta play your Gigantosaurus on turn 3, you dummy. Like
play Llanowar on turn 1.
Yeah.
Play Grow from Ashes on turn 2. Play your Gigantosaurus on turn 3. Yep. And it's just like, and like from the little kid kind of thing, it's like, oh, that's that act, and like. If you think about it, a lot of Magic players are between the ages of 18 and like 35.
Yep.
And we've all seen Danny Trejo in movies. We're like, yeah, machete, yeah.
Well, that's probably not a kid's movie, but
well, you know. And then you see him eating some cereal, and he's like, "Oh, play your Llanowar off."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Hey, that's Danny Trejo." Why have we not done this kind of marketing before?
Their marketing on Guilds of Ravnica specifically has been insane, even outside of that one. Commercial, but it's just been so much better than previous sets.
Well, to be fair, a lot of people's first sets were Dark Ascension, Avacyn Restored, Guilds of Return to Ravnica, and Dragon's Maze. Those were like a lot of players' first kind of sets.
Yeah.
Like that kind of era, like 2011 to 2013 is when a lot of people that are playing now started playing.
That's fair.
So like, if you hit that nostalgia, oh, Ravnica, we're back, Guilds of Ravnica, and then you're just like, we're pushing the Dimir and Orzhov and Golgari, and people are like, yes, this is like why I play Magic.
Yep.
And like it's very good. The marketing, shout out to like Paul Cheon and Michael Majors and all them. Like the set design has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like every guild has some hits. Like Tajik is a great Boros card.
Boy.
We don't need to talk about Assassin's Trophy. Like March of Multitudes is a fantastic Convoke card.
We need to get a sign that says no Assassin's Trophy. Like
we just don't talk about it.
We can't talk about it.
We know it's good.
We
know it's good.
That little sign behind you, Kyle, whatever that says, it needs to say no Assassin's Trophy.
I'll work on it.
It's like no stairway. No Assassin's Trophy. Like,
no Assassin's Trophy. We don't talk about it here. Even though we're talking about it for about a minute there.
Right.
No Assassin's Trophy.
From here on out.
But yeah, like...
Throw it away.
Shout out to the play design team. Guilds look sweet.
I'm so excited to finally like Standard again.
Yeah, dude, we were talking about this in the pre-show. I feel like it's been since I started playing Magic that sets... I've been playing Magic since about Odyssey Block, so it feels
it feels like Energy's been around for like 5 years.
I'm just so sick
it feels like Energy. Look at where Energy's come and came, like went from like Teamer to Marvel, back to Teamer to like Aether Hub as like a utility land. Like it's just been nuts. But yeah, I'm excited. We're about to go from 8 sets, a very big standard. We're about to go down to 5 sets. We're about to go to 5. Like,
I'm so
It's going to be sick. I think there's going to be a lot of different decks. And like personally, I'm thinking that there's going to be a lot of spot removal. This is just like a shout out my deck. I'm going to be looking to do a green-white token type deck. Punish that 1-for-1 removal. Yeah, you want to punish people playing Assassin's Trophy and Vraska's Contempt. Just play some tokens, man.
I think like Sultai probably, right? Like that'll be good. Because you get
Sultai
will get both lands, so. Or you get 2 of the 3 at least.
Yeah.
Sultai is definitely going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm just playing Jeskai Control and Cleansing Nova your board every time, and like it's going to be fine.
Oh, shout out to my boy Cleansing Nova. I played Mono White Martyr in the PPTQ on Saturday. Oh my god. I played 1 Cleansing Nova in my sideboard. In the semifinals, in game 2, my opponent had Arcbound, Ballista, Hardened Scales, animation module on the battlefield. I had no cards in my hand. I drew Cleansing Nova, and I was like, oh my god.
Your eyes got big, and you're like, oh my god, this is the moment I've been waiting for.
It was really, really sweet.
All I'm saying is, I think there's a world where your curve is 3 mana Resplendent Angel, 4-mana, like you just get to play Resplendent Angel, Aurelia, and Lyra.
I mean, yeah, Boros Angels, I could see it.
That seems insane.
Yeah, it kind of seems like they're really ramping up the whole tribal synergies. I think there might actually be some good tribes.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed in the last
Goblins
budget, we've talked about 3 or 4 different decks. So I think we're all safe to say that new standard's going to be freaking sweet.
Well, we haven't even talked about a Teferi deck. Well, you just mentioned,
and we don't need to.
I said control.
You just said it, but like that only speaks to how sweet I think this format's going to be.
Less Teferi, please. Less Teferi.
More all of the
Teferi with
bring me your Teferis.
Brawl. They announced that Brawl died.
I was gonna say
Rip Brawl.
Yeah.
So can we get some
hashtag Rip Brawl?
Can we get some hype in chat for Brawl? Some rest in peace chat hype in chat, because it didn't last
or some
long.
out.
Rip Brawl.
Yeah.
I played it a handful of times, but that was it. It wasn't anything special.
Yeah, it was fine. And then Brawl
I
was
liked
the deck,
it,
and oh, Evan, you're not potatoing anymore. That's amazing.
I'm just like, it is what it is. It was a format they tried. It was like Frontier. It was like Tiny Leaders.
And I liked all of those.
We get it.
Well, you're a filthy casual.
You're a filthy casual. Good job, Wotc. You're really good at coming up with these formats.
I'm sure we're going to have another one in a couple of months.
I'm just super excited.
Well, we are.
Well, I'm just super excited about... I was worried that sets were going to be based around Brawl, and they were going to design with Brawl in mind. That terrified the hell out of me. We're going to have a bunch of dumb mythics that didn't do anything in Standard, but were great in Brawl. Like, they already somewhat do that for EDH.
Are you talking about Dominaria?
No. I was thinking after Dominaria.
No, it's just the fact that Dominaria has so many legendary uncommons that could be your Brawl commanders.
I'm sure that's what that was for.
Right, but if they kept doing it. That, it was sweet for Dominaria because it made sense. We're going back, we're getting all these lineage of all these awesome characters. But, if they did that for every freaking set, no bueno.
Yep, totally agree.
But yeah, Streamlabs also has a very cool concept for MTG Arena. If you stream a pre-made setup, so you don't even have to do any back-end work on designing your stream layout.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very sweet. If you want to be lazy, just design your own. No, I'm kidding. It's very cool.
If you've been following us, we started this about 6 weeks ago, and it's been fantastic. We're only going to keep getting better. These casts are just going to keep getting...
Kyle's just like, we're freaking awesome,
We're the best.
Hashtag humble brags.
Humble brags.
But future is going to be better. We're going to be putting out deck lists of different things you're going to be seeing online.
Yeah.
You're going to be seeing our picks of the week for what we'd play at a PPTQ or a GP, a SCG Open, player spotlights. It's going to be awesome.
If you're St. Louis local, definitely get a hold of one of us, because we're trying to figure out the right person. If you're interested at all and you're a positive force in the St. Louis Magic community, reach out to us. Don't be shy.
Yeah, if you play Magic, all 3 of us.
Yeah.
I'm everywhere. Alex is everywhere. Evan. He's the dude you'll find playing Commander in a corner by himself.
playing all 4 decks, just running around the table playing him.
but having a very great time, because Commander players never don't have fun, right?
Combos off on
But anyway, so with that, we're no longer the Snapcast. That's a show, the Snapcast. So we have developed this name to cover all of our bases.
Yes.
This is going to be us as a brand. Videos is going to be our deck list, is going to be our articles and what to play. This is going to be our player highlights.
Yes. Let me transition. Metagame Media. I'm super excited to have this announcement. Let's get some hype in this chat. Metagame Media.
So Metagame Media is a name that we chose. It was not easy to pick. Let me tell you that.
Well, first off, let's just say our old name, which we're never going to refer to again, it was a slight oversight. And it turns out that there was already a group with that name. So we were kind of, the last couple weeks, we were like, oh man, we got to change it. So, but this, I honestly think, though it wasn't our first choice, it is a better choice for what we are going to do. We're more than a show. We're more than a YouTube series, which you should still go check us out. But yeah, we're more than that. We're going to have a podcast starting literally next show. will be on podcast. But yeah, I'm super excited. I know you two are.
Absolutely.
I'm super excited for what we got coming out.
Yeah. Stuff down the pipeline. Make sure you follow us on here. Make sure you go over to our YouTube channel, which is still named the same, so I guess we're going to have to mention it one more time.
A lot of changes are going to be coming this week, and we are also putting a website up this week.
Yeah.
Just be ready. By Sunday, everything's going to be switched over to MetaGame Media.
Yep.
So,
in addition to the things we have coming, like if you guys have any suggestions, by all means, let us know.
Yes.
Come talk to us in Discord, leave comments on our YouTube videos, tweet at us, DM us, come talk to us.
Can one of you
let us know what you want to see.
Discord link in the chat, please? That'd be.
Sounds like a Kyle job.
That does sound like a Kyle job. To be fair, it does. So yeah, we do have a Discord. If you want to join our Discord and haven't already done so, please join. We have great conversations. We meme it up. We talk competitive stuff. We do talk about prices, all that fun stuff. And it's free. And if you're a content creator, please join us. And we will promote each other and just take this thing through the roof to infinity and beyond, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, like you said, a lot of great content. We have things coming out all the time. A great community. Even if you're not from St. Louis, man. If you're from California, hop in. This is a community. We've got great finance people. We've got great deck builders.
Got the best finance people.
We have the best pictures of penguins around.
Oh my gosh, just the best. Rock hard dabs, just throwing up the spiciest penguin memes you've ever seen.
That's all I've got this week. Yeah,
Evan.
I'm working on a new EDH deck right now.
You filthy. I can't stand you right now.
I've literally been working. I've been sleeving the deck while we've been doing the cast today.
Right? Actually, there's 8
I gotta be ready. Anybody want to come play? Let's go.
I'll Skype you in. Let's go. So yeah. Again, everyone, thank you for watching. This has definitely been an awesome show. Again, go follow us on our Twitter, go follow us on YouTube, hit that sub button, go watch all our videos. In fact, every single video you've watched on YouTube, go give a like to. They deserve it. They're working hard. Trust me, it's not easy work.
Yeah, not just us, but everything you watch.
Literally
don't watch a video and don't thumbs up it. Yeah. You watched it for a reason. Come on.
You at least clicked on that link for a reason.
Sound advice.
Yes.
Sound advice. But thanks everybody for chilling out. Really excited for the future.
Yes. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
See you guys later.